Coming up on this week's Jaguar Week in Review, we take a look at how the basketball teams did in their tournaments over Christmas break. Also in this week's Focus Point, we talk to the BBE Business Professionals of America about how this organization has been benefiting students for many years. We'll have that with a look at this week's news, a recap of sports, and more coming up. The Jaguar Week in Review starts now. Welcome to the Jaguar Week in Review for this week. I'm Cody Bertram, and thanks for joining us. We start this week with news. Are you looking to improve your athletic performance this winter? If so, you should consider joining the Athletes Performance Program. All BBE students are invited to work with a personal trainer for strength training. This is also open to students who are not in a winter sport if they would like to get ready for spring sports. APP takes place on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of each week from 6:15 to 7:30 a.m. There is open gym every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the BBE High School and Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the elementary. The cost is $1 and everyone is welcome. And finally, remember that the end of the semester is on Friday, January 19th, so be sure to make sure you are keeping up on your schoolwork and checking your grades for sports eligibility. Now let's get into upcoming events. Tomorrow on Saturday, the 5th and 6th grade girls basketball teams will be having a tournament at KMS at 8 a.m. The 7th and 8th grade boys will also have backcourt basketball at both the high school and the elementary from 8 to 10 a.m. Finally, on Saturday, the 4th grade girls basketball team will practice from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the BBE High School gym. Then on Sunday, the JFK dance recital will take place from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. in the BBE Elementary gym. Then moving on into next week, there will be youth wrestling practice in the BBE High School wrestling room from 6 to 8:30 p.m. on Monday. And on Tuesday, there will be a 4th grade girls basketball practice from 4 to 5:30 p.m. in the BBE High School gym. Also, the 4th through 6th grade boys traveling basketball team will practice next Tuesday and Thursday from 3:45 to 5:15 in the elementary school gym. Now let's move to this week's Focus Point. This week we went to talk to this year's Business Professionals of America team about the organization's impact here at BBE, this year's competition, and much more. Increasing pressure that workers face in the workplace, it is becoming more and more important for students to be able to get an edge in business-related skills such as public speaking and accounting. Since 1966, students around the nation have been getting a chance to learn these crucial skills from the Business Professionals of America organization, including here at BBE. The local BPA had long been advised by former teacher Mrs. Palmer and more recently by economics teacher Mr. Goodwin, but this year social studies teacher Mrs. McDonald took over the leadership role.
I have 2 degrees, and so my previous degree, or my other degree, is a business administration degree. And so I have background in financial planning, running a restaurant and ballroom, marketing, and human resources. So I've kind of done all of that in the past, and so it was kind of a nice fit for me to be able to utilize that degree as well as my teaching degree.
This year's BPA has a group of 16 students, each working to prepare for a different competition. The competitions that students can participate in include many business-oriented areas that range from computer networking to parliamentary procedure to even journalism. What event are you competing in this year?
Public service announcements. So like what you do is you get a group of guys, 4 guys are in my group right now, and what you do is you make a video. So this year we're doing on why 8 hours of sleep is a good thing for you and stuff like that.
I am in the video production team, and I'm also giving an extemporaneous speech. For the extemporaneous speech, they give you a topic, and you have about 5 or 10 minutes to just write as much as you can about it, and then you have to give a speech. It's kind of like an impromptu speech. And for the video production team, every year they pick a new topic for you to talk about and make a video on. Last year it was tire safety. This year we're doing a video on why you should get the recommended 8 hours of sleep.
The nice thing about the BPA at BBE schools is that the members are able to choose what they want to do and if they want to do it as a team or individually. Another added plus is that students get to work on their area of competition independently outside of meetings, so they also learn the additional skills of time management and responsibility.
We meet once a month. Mornings just haven't been working for us, so we've been meeting afternoons, usually first Wednesday of the month. That's just as a large group, but individually it's kind of up to you. It's their pace. I just advise them and help them along.
With this year's local competition only a few weeks away on January 26th, the club members are hard at work preparing for the big day.
We're still preparing. We're almost done with our video. But other than that, I'd say we're pretty ready.
We were more prepared this year than we were last year. We learned a few more things about the video making, so I think we're going to place this year.
The local annual BPA event takes place this year at Alexandria Technical and Community College, and if students do well, they will have a chance to progress to even bigger events.
We have a regional competition which is coming up on January 26th, and if they do well, there would be state competition in March, and from that point they could possibly go to nationals, which will be in Dallas, Texas this year, which would be kind of exciting.
Even though BPA is largely focused on developing new skills, the members still enjoy many different things about being part of the organization.
My favorite part would probably be going to the competition. There's many different schools there, meeting a lot of people. It's pretty fun. And just going and having an overall good time with your friends is probably one of the best parts.
Pretty fun, yeah. Going to the competitions and being with your friends, it's pretty fun. You get out of school for a day, so you get to go to Alec Tech.
Having a relatively small group of only 16 members, the club is always looking for new members from all different backgrounds to join in and take in the experience that BPA has to offer.
I'd say to do it. It doesn't take up much of your free time. It's an overall great experience, and I don't think they would regret it.
It's a great learning experience, and I mean, it's pretty fun out there, so get a group of friends in, and there you go.
I think it gives you opportunities to meet a ton of new people, get your foot in the door for different businesses. It teaches you leadership, career skills, looks great on a resume, looks really nice for college entrance, and it's really great for making connections within the business community and possibly looking at a future within different companies. So.
And we'd like to wish this year's BPA competitors the best of luck when they head to their competition on January 26th. Now let's get going on to this week's Sports Wrap, where we will be taking a look at sporting events that took place before and over Christmas break. We start with girls basketball. Last Thursday and Friday on December 28th and 29th, the girls headed down to Goodhue for a 4-team tournament. Their first game, they took on the back-to-back 1A champions Goodhue. The Jags played well against the team headed into the half, being down only 6 points. Even with a good run at the end of the game, however, the Jaguars fell to the Goodhue 46-56. Then, for their second and final game of the tournament, they took on Lester Prairie Holy Trinity for third place. From the start of the game, the Jaguars had the momentum on their side with great team play overall. This play led to an easy win for BBE, winning against Lester Prairie Holy Trinity by 30 points, 68-38. Last Friday and Saturday, on the 29th and 30th, the boys took the trip down to Welmer for their Christmas break tournament, in which each team played in 2 games. The boys kicked off the showdown, taking on the Wildcats of New London Spicer. The first half started off good for the Jags, with the score headed into the half, 26-26. Then in the second, BBE continued to push forward, but ultimately they ended up taking a loss to NLS 50-60. Then for their second game, the team took on McRae. The game started off well for the Jaguars, with them getting out to an early lead, but with McRae kicking it into gear later in the first, the Jags are down headed into the half 27-17. In the second, however, the Jags tried to mount a comeback, narrowing the lead to 3 points in the final minute of the game, but McRae was able to hang on and win 43-38. The boys play again tonight away against Howard Lake Waverly Winstead. We hope you can make the trip and help support the team. Next, let's switch gears and talk wrestling. On December 29th, the wrestling team headed east to Rogers for a wrestling holiday invitational, in which there were over 15 teams, and boy did the wrestlers show up for this. The Jaguars placed first as a team and also had 3 individual winners, who were Cannon Swanson, Adam Yeager, and Isaiah Gilbert. The wrestling team wrestles again today at their home varsity invitational at 2:30 p.m. We'll see you there. And finally, let's look at dance. On December 15th, the team headed to ACGC for a competition. The varsity jazz took first, and the varsity kick took 4th out of 6. Then the next day, on December 16th in Melrose, the team had another competition. Varsity jazz took 2nd, and varsity kick took 4th out of 6 in this competition. The dance team competes again tomorrow in Alexandria at 3 p.m. We hope you can make it. And that concludes this week's program. If you have something that you would like to be put in the Jaguar Weekly Review, or if you would like to suggest ideas for future shows, email them to broadcast@bbejaguars.org. Also, if you enjoyed the program, be sure to subscribe to us at BBE Broadcasting on YouTube, iTunes, and the Google Play Store to watch or listen to our upcoming programs. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on keeping on. Have a great weekend, BBE.